Today I'd like to show you how I made a Xbox themed Unblock Games website with someone who only has about 3 or 4 months of HTML coding experience with using very minimal AI. This is the website. It's still definitely a little bit of a work in progress, but we've got games up here, games down here. Obviously it was very derived from Xbox because I can't really come up with good UI myself, so I got to steal it from someone. If we go to the game library, we've got multiple different games all around here. All of these are clickable. All of these lead to real games. I'm on Cookie Clicker, arguably one of the most addicting games that I've ever played. You can hit the back button. So many different games. And I'd like to show you how I made this because it is a lot easier than it looks. So to make something like this, you're first going to have to find a website. The website's going to be really the hardest part because you got to find someone that, number one, lets you add a lot of HTMLs, and number two, lets you publish it really easily without having to use GitHub, because where I'm at, GitHub is blocked. Anything that has GitHub in the name, automatically blocked. So the website that I use is OneComplier. OneComplier from where I'm at right now, OneComplier is completely unblocked. It is a wonderful, wonderful website. So if we go to HTML5, you have it right there. You have your index, you have your CSS, you have your JavaScript, and you can just add basically unlimited HTMLs. If we hit run, you can see it on the side. You can move this. Obviously, this shows you your time. The whole point of this is it's really not that hard to get into this. It's pretty easy, honestly, for someone who I don't consider myself extremely smart when it comes. Well, really, when it comes to anything, but especially when it comes to coding-wise. The most coding I've ever done before this was fixing some code for Minecraft or fixing some code for American Truck Simulator, the best game ever made. So, if we go over to here, we have our code, but obviously, I don't want to show you this, because this one's quite arguably pretty boring. So I would like to show you the code to the website that you just saw. So I will show you the website again. Here's the website. And I'm going to show you the code right now. This is the code to the website. Let me scroll to index and let me run it to get off of that chat room. This is the code to the website. You can see the website is on the right. You can see the code is on the left. It's pretty easy. You can move this thing around. Obviously, things like flexboxes are going to be a little bit altered and stuff. The good news for me is that the people using my website are only gonna be on one device. So the the resolution, the width, and the height is always gonna be the same because they're all using it on this tiny little Chromebook. So it makes it really helpful actually because I don't have to do percentages. I can just do set numbers. So if we look at this, we have a lot, and it looks like a lot. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not a walk in the park. Like you can't watch this video and code something up like this in 10 minutes. I mean, it's just the cold hard truth. It's gonna take a while, but once you get the hang of it, the ease to update it and the ease to make it better and make it easier and just add your own subtle hints or fun things to it, it becomes way easier after this. So I'd like to break down how this actually works because I've showed you the website, I've showed you the code that I use for the website, but we still don't know how do I have all these games. That's where this baby comes in. This is the ultimate game stash. I stumbled upon this by pure coincidence about a month ago. You've got all of these games. This is for one letter. Not only are there good, you would call them maybe like Cool Math-esque games that you would find on those like Pokey, Cool Math, those kind of unblocked websites. But what I really enjoyed personally is the emulated games. So let's take Retro Bowl, for example. So I've got Retro Bowl right here. Classic game, everyone loves it. I love Retro Bowl. I have very strong feelings about their interceptions, but that's another conversation for some time else. So you click on it, it takes you to this. What in the world is this? This is not a game. You cannot, no matter what you try to click around here, you're not going to be able to click on it and find a way to get to the game. This is where using our code editor, such as OneComplier, is going to come in handy, okay? Because we have to send this to somewhere that can read it, that can read the code right here, and it can translate it and give you a game. because this is all for a game. We just can't read it. Our mere Google Drive is not going to be able to read it. So we're going to copy it. Okay, we're going to go to this one compiler that we've created. One compiler is completely free, by the way. You just need an email to sign in. Actually, you don't need an email to sign in, but I mean, you need an email to create an account. I recommend creating an account just to save your progress, obviously. So we're going to paste it in. Pasted it in. We're going to hit run. Bingo. As you can see, it is completely scalable. I can click a new game. All the buttons work. Malachi Lemons. That's about it, honestly, with the games. So now all you need to do is rename it something interesting that you can identify, such as retro.html. That's actually what I have in here. So we're going to take a look at this. As you can see right here, I'm going to move my little guy. Right here, we do have Retro Bowl in that corner. So I'm going to go down, and this is my index. My index right now is just full of hyperlinks. Hyperlinks is what makes this work. None of this would exist without hyperlinks. These hyperlinks are sending you to different HTMLs. You can see all these HTMLs up here. They're all either games or apps inside of my website. So if we scroll down over here, I started making them neat and then I gave up. We have retro, which is obviously Retro Bowl. This first part right here, we obviously have our hyperlink. Our hyperlink is obviously less than a, href equals blank, and the blank right now is retro.html, which sends us to somewhere up here, which is retro.html. That's the exact same thing going on here. This would be named retro. This would be renamed retro.html, and it would be, hold on, let me find my tab, and it would be put in this. That makes any sense. So this is a hyperlink sending you straight to retro.html that withholds the files for that game. What we click to get the hyperlink is obviously going to be our image. So we have right here, I keep pointing to the screen thinking you all can see it. Right here, we have our Retro Bowl, which is our hyperlink image. That photo is going to be our hyperlink. And making photos is really, really easy. It's actually so easy that I'm going to show you right now. We're going to go to Google, and we're going to go look up Retro Bowl. This is perfect. This is exactly what we need. I'm going to save the image. I'm going to save it as something identifiable in your files, such as retro.jpg. We have that, and now we're going to go up here, and this is where it kind of starts to suck. Because if you have a whole bunch of HTMLs, that's the one flaw of this website. To add an image, you got to scroll like this. You got to scroll all the way down here. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Glitch off the screen. I mean, like, we're sending this thing out. This just shows how many HTMLs you need to have. It's not going to be pretty. But upload image, and then see, I already have all these other images uploaded, but we're going to upload new. It'll send you to your files. Obviously, it'll be different on PC, but it's the same concept. I'm on Mac. And then we've got retro. So we're going to take this, copy it. Okay, now we're going to slide back over. We're going to go over here, we're going to highlight it, and obviously you would paste it in. Let's see, we can go run. It's the same thing. I mean, it was the same image. But you get what I mean. So that's how you upload your image for your game icon. So, class equals enlarge image border. That's just another class that I have created for it to look like the way it is. And that is about it for uploading the games. So obviously you're going to want to rinse and repeat for... I think at max I had 32 images on here, or 32 HTMLs that were games on here. It has decreased slightly because the thing about this is that you will find games that don't work, and it kind of sucks. Some of these won't work, like, some of these don't work, and some of these just, for some reason, won't work within the HTML. It's really weird. Like Smash Cards. I will show you how to get Smash Cards in a second, or games like that, because it is very confusing and very different. But some games will just flat out not work, such as Paper.io. I love Paper.io. It's a shame to see them get let go, but, you know, it is what it is. You can't keep everything. So, I want to show you some other things. My Games and Apps, library, go to the same place, obviously, just go to your library. This will be full of all your other games, because in reality, you don't want all the main games on the home screen. You could, it just maybe won't look as aesthetically pleasing. That's just my opinion, obviously. Also makes it look like you have more games, even though they're like mostly mostly repeated. So I have these games, and this is just like how I have with our index, how there are a whole bunch of hyperlinks. That's going to be the same thing with over here. So we gotta scroll, and there's a hyperlink to games HTML, and it's not a game. It's just a whole bunch of more hyperlinks. As you can see, it's pretty simple. You just take it, you set a class for it, you set a image for it, and obviously Zelda.html, you're gonna have to create a thing called HTML file called Zelda.html. Paste the code in. It's a very long and kind of boring process once you actually kind of get used to it. Just like it just goes like get game file, get game image, paste game file in, paste game image in, fix class, fix other class. It gets pretty boring. I have been listening to so much more music lately, just because of the sheer fact that I get really bored while doing this. If anyone watching this video wants to help, please send help. I put this little thing down here. This is just for people to know. A lot of people have been like, oh, it's not your website. Yeah, my initials are right there, idiot. So, checkmate. Down here I have this. This is a whole nother thing. I'll show you this actually. So on my index, I use I don't think I have it actually. I do have it. On my index down here, somewhere around here, I'm going to be honest, it's somewhere down here at the very end. Obviously, this will be different. You can't just take my code because it'll use my view counter, but I have a view counter down here. It is shown all the people visiting, all the people who visited yesterday. Those 323 people are for me vigorously using this and refreshing it every single time I made a change. That's why there's 323 people. Also, the all online 3 people are probably more than likely all my tabs, because who would be on this at 7:30 at night? It's not school. And so for this, basically, I pour it in. I use a website like this one. Actually, I use this one exactly. I'll click get it. It gives me code, and literally all I have to do is copy that code, paste it in here, and it gives me a visitor counter. This is a nerdy thing. I have my own analytics and stuff through Google. I might make a video on that later if y'all want me to. Let me know. I have my own analytics through Google, but this is just a nerdy thing because I know some people are interested in that, and honestly, I'd like to be interested in it too when I'm away from my computer and just on my Chromebook, actually using my website. Over here is a unique visitors counter. So this means there's been 32 unique visitors on my website. So this means this is only counting people who have uniquely came, which is, I think, pretty cool personally. Obviously, this is some nerdy stuff. This is more than not necessary. I would like to show you too the domain. It is 5.1app.dev. And the way I've gone this for completely free with very, very, very almost to no effort is through here. Deploy this program. 5. You got to give it a slug, which is a crazy term, and it's not there. I swear I'm not making it up. They're really called slugs. And hit deploy. Obviously, nothing's really going to happen. All I did was I changed the photo of Retrobowl. And look, I'm back. This is a tab that I added up over just to kind of let people know what's going on. I did spell control wrong. I'm not going to fix it. I have all of this, and it's very easily publishable. And the best part is it's not some crazy long domain. It's in my opinion, I think I would consider that pretty easy to understand, and if not, really easy to type into someone's Chromebook. I mean, that is what 11 letter phrase. I'm not going to count it, but it is very simple and it's completely free. Also, you get updates. Let's say I wanted to delete something or change something or just delete everything because I was mad at someone. I don't know. Regardless of the reason why, I just do it and I hit publish. And because I'm logged in and I own the slug, for free, by the way, it will just update everything for me. So this is really easy with really small bug fixes like I will do in a second. It's very easy for just kind of altering things to make sure like it looks good on other devices. Other interesting things, I have a chat room. Cody here. I agree to these terms, just some chat rules, calling out Aiden for cussing. And we get into here. Nobody reads the rules. It's annoying. It is what it is. Click here to join. It's a very simple chat room. It's a 5-person chat room. I got completely free with Rumble Talk. Literally took one Google search, figured them out. You just sign in. No credit card, no nothing. Just sign in, and they'll give you a room with 5 seats for completely free. You just hit embed, and you're embedded, and you get code, and you just copy this in. It's very, very, very similar to that analytics thing. This is what puts your website on a different level than other people's. You could go to Cool Math Games and you could play it, but does it have the same amount of? You have to have a different amount of interestingness, if that makes any sense. You in very simple terms, you have to make your website better than the other person's website. If that makes sense. The way I've done it is I've added a lot of games that you could never find anywhere else. This baseball game right here, this King Griffey Jr.'s, there's nowhere else to find it. I mean, it's really one of a kind. There's no other websites, and just the ease of user interface and the ease of not having any ads. This is what puts my website on a different level. Including that, I have stuff like Game Chat. No other website I've ever seen has a chat room. I have very ease of you might say customer support. If somebody has a problem, or if somebody's confused about something, or if somebody wants a game, they just have to find me in real life. And I go to a pretty small school. It's pretty easy to find me. They can just ask me, hey, Malachi, I really want you to add this game. I'll look it up. If it's on there, I'll put it in. If it's not on there, then, I don't know, find another game. There's a lot of games on this website, and there will be many more in the future. So, all in all, I really hope you enjoyed understanding this video. I hope I made it clearly. This is kind of my first ever tutorial, in a sense. I'm not very big on making YouTube videos. I usually just explain it to a person in real life. But multiple people have asked me, people from different areas, and this is obviously very hard to explain to someone through words. So I thought it'd be easiest just to get on my Mac and show it to all of y'all.